Hello, I am Dr. Sanjeev. I am a senior pediatrician in Cloudnine Hospital, Electronic City, Bangalore. As we all know, the major growth of a human being happens in the first 2 years of life. That too, the maximum happens in the first year of life. The major organs like brain, the heart, the kidney, the bones and the muscles, they have maximum growth during this phase of life. And so it becomes very important that the child gets a proper nutrition. Breastfeeding is one of the most important nutrient at this age. All the babies should be exclusively breastfed up to the age of 6 months. Now that means not a single baby should get a drop of water also till the age of 6 months. Thereafter, the breastfeeding is continued and then the other nutrition is introduced. At 6 months, normally the food that can be introduced to a baby will be a cereal and a protein combination, rice and dal or ragi and dal, in a soft porridge or a gruel form, and it has to be offered 3 to 4 times a day. So basic logic here is the baby should get carbohydrates and proteins. The baby should be offered food. It should not be forced upon. If the baby is accepting the gruel, it should be given as much as it can take, or if the baby is not accepting, then it should not be forced to take. Over a period of time, as the baby starts taking few spoons, it should be given 3 times a day, maybe sometimes 4 times a day. And if the baby starts taking a small amount of a proper food, say around half a bowl, then we can enrich it with a simple paste of tomato puree or palak paste or some other vegetable paste in the form of a beetroot paste, which basically enhances the color of the food and it gives texture to the food and it adds a lot of nutrients, antioxidants and natural vitamins. So this is the way the baby should start food slowly. In addition, the baby should be getting fruits at least once or twice a day. The simple thing that you need to remember is the fruits which are going to the baby should not be boiled or steamed ideally, and no juices should be offered, which means if you take an apple for example, you should grate it or mash it nicely. A brown pulp that comes, that should be softly seen that it's soft without any granular tissue things, and then it should be slowly given to the baby. A ripe banana for example can be made soft and then it can be given to the baby. The advantage of not steaming the fruit is you are not destroying the heat labile vitamins in it. The other things which we slowly start adding to the food will be in the form of, instead of dal, you can use sprouts, which is even a more nutritious form of food for the baby. And as the baby turns 1 year of age, the texture of the food should be more granular, so that the baby should start grinding the texture of the food in its mouth. It rolls the food in the mouth, mixes it with saliva, which gives another digestive advantage to the baby. As the baby becomes a year old, then the baby should be sitting with the parents on the dining place and should get the food from what is called as the family pot. Whatever the food is being eaten by the family should be made in a soft or semi-soft food and should be offered to the baby. The baby should sit independently with the family and should be eating. Spoon feeding, separate feeding ideally should be avoided, so that slowly the baby can continue improving on the food habits what the family has. We normally do not encourage packed foods, tinned foods, foods which contain lot of salt, which contain lot of sugar. So all the packaged food should ideally be avoided as far as possible. Breastfeeding should be continued till baby is able to comfortably take, mother is comfortable giving it. The recommendations say that the breast milk should be continued for 2 years and beyond. Other milk and the animal protein should ideally be added after the baby is 1 year of age. Before that, if we add any animal protein, a top milk can be animal protein causing a lot of problems to the baby in the form of milk allergy or in the form of other issues. So the milk is being an animal protein is always advised to be added after 1 year of age. Other animal proteins in the form of egg, meat, other chicken, they should be added only after the age of 1 year. So before 1 year, the pulses and the legumes, they form an important part of protein of the baby's diet. Mother's milk is a very important protein that the baby is getting. After the age of 1 year, the baby should be getting proteins in the form of a non-vegetarian diet if the family consumes non-veg food, or they can always increase the amount of the sprouts, the legumes and the pulses in the food. In first year of life, ideally we say salt and sugar should be avoided in the gruels that are made for the baby. And if the baby likes sweet food, then a fruit should be mixed with the food and made sweeter.